Hello people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sorin and today we're gonna have a beautiful game in the Tortoise, discussing about one of the biggest problem in World of Tanks right now, and that is the missions. Yes, I found doing the missions quite hard because the missions themselves are not really difficult to do, but the problem is the matchmaking. The battles are way too quick, and you don't have the time to complete whatever the mission is asking you to. For example, look at this situation right here. Um, First of all, the team. In my team, there are three people that are blue, including myself, the Stretsvan S1, and the Lynx. And then in the team, they don't have any blue except darker blue, a better player, the J Panther 2, and therefore only some greens and oranges. So yeah, here is a big difference in terms of WN8. So therefore, wargaming needs to work first of all in the matchmaking and buffing and debuffing some vehicles. They watch, we actually we didn't watch together. I watched myself the video where they mention about what they're gonna do in 2023. I haven't made a video of this because I cannot really give my opinion as what they did. It's over the moon, and it is quite hard to give a difficult an opinion as how to say, it's really hard to see myself in like 6 months of the game, if I can make myself clear with that. It's early development, I cannot really give an opinion, but Wargaming really should ask the player base on what they want. They shouldn't go like this, like, oh, let's go with a new Steel Hunter, because Steel Hunter is not what is the first and most important for the players. The most important for the players, it's the random queue. Here we spend like 95% of the time. We start to fight the Type 4 Heavy. In 2 minutes into the battle, we fire our first shot, and with APCRs with 326 meters of penetration, we go for the Type 4 with no problem. And look at that Type 4. He's orange, but he has 30,000 battles. I'm not sure what's wrong with that. I suppose he's twice as good as me in terms of the battles played, but he doesn't know his tank's strength and weaknesses, and that's what makes those real quick battles. Look at this. I myself with pretty much the light tank, but the light tank is not supporting me that much. It's supporting only the middle. So there are 14 tanks on the middle in my team, and well, pretty much like 13 on the artillery piece. And here I am alone versus three, make that four tanks. And yeah, looks like that the enemies are melting to the other side. Look at that, we are 3 minutes in without pretty much like 2000 damage, which is good. The Tortoise is highest DPM pretty much in the game. And also the Tortoise is the best tier 9 in the game as well. Well, not the best tech tree to say so. It's the hardest tank to ace, and it requires like 1460 base experience to get your ace tanker, whereas the AMX M451 is the second one with like 1450 something, 53 or 54, which means this tank is really good and really competitive. And on top of that, the Mark of Excellence is the third highest requirement for the max Mark of Excellence. Now what we do, because let's pause this for a second. Look at this. We pretty much melted the enemy team on my side alone, and my teammates as well. And what happened right now? We are like 3 minutes and a half in the battle. We drove for like a minute for everyone to get in the position, and just in 2 minutes and like 20 seconds, the enemy team just melted. And now what I'm trying to do is to maximize my damage. What do I mean by that? I'm not gonna shoot the tank that is right in front of me, because people are not gonna be able to shoot him from there. So what I want to do is to maximize and shoot whatever is far, and that they can be farmed by those guys on the hill and above. So this is what I'm trying to do. Moving back. About the Tortoise, this tank is really nice. And what we're trying to do is the last mission that I need to do to get my object 268. And yes, I am boiling. I am boiling in frustration to say so. Fighting both tanks, we managed to do the high caliber. which is not a big deal. We just fire every like we fire for 2 minutes flat, something like that. So this tank has a like really nice DPM. Look at that. With APCRs, we go to the side armor like there's no problem, and we're just putting 2 rounds for every one. Actually no, we don't have, because we don't have the best rate of fire. I don't have the best crew, and I also don't play with premium consumable. But 4000 DPM raw, it is insane, and we managed to pick up 6000 damage. And come on, T54 heavy. This is like what we need to come do, like 7000. We just fire AP, and look at that. We started to bounce, we start to miss again. Come on, Tortoise, 0.28 accuracy. Come on, let's get it, man. There we go. 6440. Come on, can we pick up our top gun? The artillery piece, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, too late. And just like that, 5 minute battle. Just 5 minutes. From start to finish. And 6440 was not enough to get myself the what is called? 260. Yes, object 260 is the tank that I want. And this is the problem for all tank that I played. I played the Tiger P, same problem. The battles were too short, the tank was too slow. In this case, well, we can argue that I was hesitating too much to make the push from F2 to D2. So yeah, maybe it's my bad because I haven't played aggressive, but you never know what's picking around this corner. Like honestly, sometimes there can be 5 tanks, sometimes there can be 10 tanks. There can be like tanks in D1 area, like to that this corner over there was the project was. I was not expecting to be only 4 tanks. I was expecting to be more, and therefore if there will be more, it will be much more damage intense. But 5 minute battle once again. Let's put this problem into another situation. Artillery missions for 279E. I'm doing missions for 279E as well. And the missions are like stun people for 130 seconds or do triple stuns as we had with Object 260 mission something 13 or 12 or something like that. Stun 3 people twice. Bro, how am I supposed to stun someone when my reload is like 40 seconds, the artillery piece is aiming for like 15 seconds, and on top of that the game is finishing within I fire 5 shots and it's done. How am I supposed to do those kind of mission? So yeah, doing missions in World of Tanks, it's getting the harder every time, and it is not because the task hard, it's because the matchmaking is harsh. And wargaming really needs, first of all, is to fix the matchmaking, either to fix the tanks, the matchmaking, and then they can start off with implementing like cooldown maps and stealing Steel Hunter, buffing Steel Hunter, also improving the ranked as well performance. There is so much to do, and Wargaming decided to do only I believe, let's say 95% of the people enjoy the random queue, and the other 5% are enjoying Steel Hunter and the other game modes that are introduced in the game once in a while. Why is Wargaming making those 5% happy and those 95% where is the biggest and most important, because this is where you grind tanks, where you get free experience that you use in the black market into the auction themselves, where you get credits, you get experience, you get tech tree up, and pretty much like all events, like what we have the well, before there used to be marathons that you can complete only in the random queue, but now they made to battle pass, and yeah, Wargaming fixed this thing. It doesn't take much. It takes only the player base. You should make a survey or anything that is interactive with the player base. Ask the player base what they want and stop doing things by yourself. I know this is a company. I know you should make like develop the game better, but you mentioned that you are highly something like you are watching the tanks to perform as fairly as possible. Why are you nerfing the most inefficient tank in the game, the MX65T? How? Why? How? How is that possible? Um, yeah, and once again the missions. do something about the missions. Either rework them, which it's gonna take some time and it's gonna be not fun. I mean, imagine having missions to win the game in 3 minutes. That's gonna be like easy peasy with today's matchmaking, but not today's, but mostly like 2022, 2023, 2021 was happening as well. And we keep getting those 15-0, 15-1, 15-2, 1 to 15 games. And therefore, everyone just some people are performing good, some people don't even get to position. People are playing some stock tanks, they rage quit, and overall it's a really toxic environment. The same goes with slow tanks in the matchmaking. Yeah, the Tiger P, as I mentioned, my experience with the Tiger P was not good because of those quick battles. You are too slow, you don't manage to get to position, you don't manage to fire that often to fight and do what you're supposed to do. You just chase for damage, and that's all. This is the same with this. And yeah, the meta it's fast mobile tanks, medium, heavy tank destroyers that can go fast, like the Object 268 version 4, and maybe YOLO wagon and everything like that. If you're gonna play something slow, yeah, you're just gonna be forgotten by the world. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the. I wish to show you the stats of this battle, but this game was so fast that even what replays refused to show it. I mean, it says unknown file format, and it's a what replay format, but I don't know why they don't tell me. Unfortunately, this was an ace. It was high caliber for WC dealing 6,000 damage and 1,550 base experience for the formidable 8,000 combined. No, it's actually 7.8k combined. I'll take that back. In terms of the tank itself, because I suppose I should review the Tortoise, but I was talking about the problems. The Tortoise is high DPM using the rammer, using the turbocharger, and the third slot is up to you what you wanna use. But for the moment, this is what I'm using. Don't ask why, but I just prefer the optics. I should be using like really hardening to be honest with you, but for the moment, nah, I'm just fine. Rate of fire really nice, the dispersion really nice, aiming time really nice. The dispersion while moving are not really good, but once you stationary 0.06 for the 40 degrees of the traverse angles is really nice. As you saw with the Progetto, we're just snapping him as easy as just saying snap. The caliber is 120, which means you cannot really overmatch 40 millimeters plays. The shell velocity is really good. APCRs are good. 1334, yeah, and the hash as well, 120 millimeters. It's easy to go through some side armors and do just make 5,000 DPM with an easy build. But once you put some, let's say some ventilation, pudding and tea, brighters signals I already have, and you can go with this reload up to 5 point. Actually, no, if you put the breaching system or this one, yes, it can go to 5.3-second reload time. And that is with stock equipment. Imagine equipment like Bond, putting the directive and you can perma-track tanks and make people angry at you. And yeah, this is pretty much 30s. In terms of mobility, you have okay power to weight ratio, but the top speed is only 20, so I recommend using the turbocharger. Also, it helps with the reverse speed that you have 24 and 12. The effective top speed can reach any top speed with this, especially with this. It helps you get like another 3 km an hour with a reinforced suspension on the swamp, but it kind of reduces your hit points, the last armor rack configuration. Other than that, it's really nice. Once again, 390 meters view range, it's okay. In terms of armoring, it's really good with versus AP, as you saw with Type 4 Heavy, the Object 703 version 4, with the Progetto as well. They have like less than 270 meters of pen, and they could not go through my. I actually went through my cupola once, that 703 version 2, but other than I was just wiggling and making myself a sort of a target, and the armor works just fine. But in that game, once again, if I managed to do everything a bit quicker and the enemy was holding up a bit better, I could get my 6 kills, the winning, and also so I could complete the TD15 with honors. And this is why it pissed me off really bad. Fast matchmaking, you need to be like having 4000 DPM and you have to be like fully armored to do those high amount of battles. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's not that often what I'm trying to do, to say. And yeah, I played yesterday for an hour and we managed to do 12 battles. So this means an average of 5 minutes with selecting the tank, queue time, the 30 seconds that you start the battle, checking the in-game stats, and everything like that. So yeah, I believe we pretty much now we can say that we can speedrun World of Tanks as well. So without further ado, I will see you legends in the next one. And this was Sorin, and I will see with you. With I'll make a video of how I think wargaming should balance World of Tanks, and I don't know, make myself more clear. I will get more evidence, and hopefully I can get some Reddit post as well to see what the community really says. But I don't have the data right now, so I'll end the video here and keep you up to date to anything that I do. Without further ado, I will see you legends in the next one. Bye bye.